We are freaks. Hello, everybody. Yeah, so I'm going to play. You guys remember the golfer that was killed at Iowa State University, that golf course, Coldwater? You remember that? We even had Leo come on. He was one of the people that knew the Barbarian, Collin Richards. And remember, it was Celia Barquin Arozamena. She was the golfer that was killed. She was from Spain. She was on the golf team and was a very good golfer and was going to go to Q school, had already made it through the first round of it, was out doing a practice round of golf, passed a few men that were playing. They're probably a foursome, and she was single, so they let her pass. And then later on, that same group came across her golf bag near, I believe it was the 9th hole. All right. So there is some updated information and some audio files of the 911 calls, and they just put out some information on the autopsy and just different information. But maybe we'll first play this video here to maybe reset. I can't remember what was actually on this specific video, but I think it was a recap just after that first press conference, and then this is that second one after they arrested the guy.
Thank you all for coming today. As you can imagine, we have been busy in the last 24 hours.
And
we would like to take this opportunity to bring everybody up to speed. First, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends of Celia Barquin Arozamena. These are difficult times for them, and we ask that you're respectful of their loss as they process what's happened. The Ames Police Department received a call at approximately 10:24 a.m. from Coldwater Golf Course located at 1400 South Grand Avenue yesterday morning. The report was that golfers had located a golf bag with no golfer around it in the fairway on number 9. Officers responded to the golf course and began to search for the missing golfer. At approximately 11:03 a.m., Coldwater staff alerted officers to a body found in the water next to the number 9 tee box. Officers did locate a body in the water, and she was subsequently identified as Celia. She had been stabbed in the upper torso, head, and neck. During a search of the wooded area next to the golf course, officers located a subject who spoke of another individual living in the wooded area who had made statements about having an urge to rape and kill women. We got a dog from the Boone County Sheriff's Department who also tracked a scent from the victim to the location in the wooded area. At approximately 2 p.m., officers were in the area of the camp when they encountered Collin Daniel Richardson with a date of birth of September 8, 1996. Richards had several fresh scratches on his face consistent with a fight, and he was attempting to conceal a laceration on his left hand. He was taken to the police department for questioning. Richards said that at some point he went to another address and bathed. The people at that location described Richards as disheveled and covered in blood, sand, and water. He left this residence with his clothes and a black backpack. During a search of the tent and surrounding area, a black backpack was located with 2 pairs of shorts with stains that tested positive for the presence of human blood. A knife was also recovered from that location. As you may know, we have charged Richards with murder in the first degree, a Class A felony. We must thank everyone who helped us so far, including the Iowa Department of Criminal Investigation, Iowa State University Police Department, Boone County Sheriff's Office, the Iowa State Patrol, the Star One Search and Rescue Team, And we would also like to thank the public who have already submitted some tips for follow-up and other leads, and the staff at Coldwater Golf Course for all their help and taking care of our officers while they were working a very hot day yesterday. We are still looking for any information regarding this case. Our tip line at the City of Ames is 515-239-5533, or you can submit tips through Crime Stoppers of Central Iowa. I will take a few questions, but please understand this is still an active and ongoing investigation, and we don't want to jeopardize the case by releasing any information prematurely.
Yeah, the audio of the questions wasn't on the video, or there wasn't a video of that. All right. So the new information that's out, there's some audio, and then another article has some information about the autopsy and so forth like that. So let me play the audio first, if I can find it.
Received a call from a male subject at Coldwater.
All right, here we go. So maybe I'll play the audio and try to track around what they're saying on the golf course here.
Received a call from a male subject at Coldwater. They're concerned they saw a female that was golfing on the course, and she's nowhere to be found any longer. They found her clubs and other property, her cell phone, and a ball cap at hole number 9. They don't know where she disappeared to. They're looking for a white female, blonde hair in her 20s. Apparently she was on the ISU golf team. Someone thought that they were calling the coach, find out where she went.
I'm out on 9 fairway right now with golf staff. They said that her items were scattered here next to her bag. A lot of stuff laying on the ground, including her hat, rangefinder, and cell phone. Female was last seen wearing a red t-shirt and light-colored shorts. They weren't sure if they were white, but a lighter color.
Has anybody checked down by the pond?
Have a white female wearing a black Under Armour sports bra, black shirt. That appears as though she's deceased. You want me to attempt to remove her from the water at this point?
Copy, do what you can. We got Duncan and I headed that way.
I am on the far north end of hole 9 at the pond. North end of the pond. Disregard, I'm going to stand by. That's pulled the female up to the bank.
Yeah, we'll need detectives down here. We'll need to comb this area pretty good.
Yeah, so there's the actual audio of the calls that people made. Thank you, Randy B. and Mandy C. I appreciate it. That's a dollar's worth 1,000 views of a video. So that was 3,000 views right there. Let's see. Or 3,000 total, I guess. Yeah, so there was that's new audio that we hadn't heard. This is stuff that Ada found for me today. I didn't know that there was going to be an update anytime soon on this case, but there is. So there is a Daily Mail article. Now there's something in this article. Again, when the Daily Mail does it, you get about a 90% chance of it being accurate. So there is that chance that it's not. 90% isn't that great for news. So cops reveal they found 3 knives. This is in another article, so this is real. 3 knives linked to the murder of Spanish golfer as they detail the horrific slashes to her breasts, neck, and leg that left blood all over the golf course fairway. Jesus. I didn't know that. The Barbarian. This guy's just a whack job. He's going to probably play the, I was doing drugs. Yeah. Who cares? It's like driving drunk. Yeah. If you're going to do meth, Deal with the consequences, you idiot. Alright, Celia Barquin Arozamena, 22, was found dead at Coldwater Golf Links in Iowa. This is on September, I believe, 17th. Homeless Iowa man Collin Richards has been charged with the murder. New evidence reveals he may have had 3 knives on him at the time of the murder. Cops found a knife at a campsite he stayed at, and a 4-inch blade and a serrated knife at a nearby garage where he allegedly showered after the murder. She was stabbed 3 times in the chest with a blade at least 4 inches long. Her body was found in pond at her golf course in Ames, Iowa on September 17th. On his Facebook, he shared a picture of a comic saying, "Let's commit a murder." Richards pleads not guilty and could spend life in prison if convicted. New evidence in the horrific fatal stabbing of star golfer from Spain reveals that her murderer may have had 3 knives on him at the time of let's see. Her murderer may have had 3 knives on him at the time of her killing, and the sustained cuts that match the grisly slashes on her body. Man, sounds like he just, like my title says, acted like a barbarian. Okay. Although barbarian actually sounds too kind for someone like this, right? Richards is being held on $5 million cash bond and briefly spoke during a hearing at the Story County Courthouse on Friday. So just 2 days ago, there was a hearing. I think it was probably the preliminary hearing. I think you can see it like right here. Let's see. All right, this looks like this was back then because he's got the scratches on his face still. I don't know. Hard to tell. I think this is the original.
Several reasons. The state believes him to be a flight risk, and it's alleged that
Yeah, this is the original hearing because he still had the little marks underneath his eyes. I just want to punch him in the face. Look at him. What an idiot. Just give me a minute with a bat. I don't even, the thing is I don't even know the guy or anything. I just want to hit him. Just looking at him, I want to hit him in the face with a bat. He's an idiot. Her body was found in a pond at the Coldwater Golf Course in Ames, Iowa. She was a former civil engineering student at Iowa State University and was ranked 69th nationally for women's golf, U.S. women's golf. I mean, that's pretty damn good. And that's just all women all together. An autopsy revealed she was slashed in 3 times in the chest, as well as the head, neck, and left leg, and her blood covered the golf course fairway, according to the Des Moines Reddit. Yeah, she was probably just arterial bleeding all over the place. It's hard to know what he did with her, though. So he cut her all up, and then he dragged her across the fairway and just threw her in the pond, or did she maybe jump in the pond as sort of a last-ditch escape and then just died in there from blood loss? I mean, who knows, right? I mean, some of her clothes were missing, and when she was found in a sports bra and golfing skirt. It's not clear if she was sexually assaulted. So I thought they had said she was at one point. I don't know if I got a PayPal from anybody just now, but if I did, thank you, Daniel. Or is it Daniel or Danielle? I don't have a clue. I guess it's Daniel. One thing that was kind of strange was that if you go down the article here, this side house, this is where he cleaned himself off. It was burned on the 20th. So I don't really get that. The garage was set on fire on September 20th. Well, he was arrested on the 18th. So who in the hell set that fire and why? So they might want to start looking into maybe some other person trying to cover something up that they knew. Because why would there be a fire on the 20th, but they arrested the guy on the 18th? Does that make any sense to anybody here? The garage, let's go up here. Investigators also released a search warrant for knives after her death and found 3. One found at a campsite Richards is connected to, and another 2 in a garage where Richards showered after the alleged killing. So that's the garage. See, here's the deal. See, he showered in this garage after the killing. All right? But it was set on fire on the 20th. Where they found 2 kitchen knives. Cops said the hideous puncture wounds on the golfer's body were made with a blade at least 4 inches long. A man told agents he recently saw Richards carrying a large knife with serrated back edge used to cut. Wow, look at that. Used to cut wood, spelled W-O-U-L-D. There you go, Daily Mail. There's your, oh my God. Back edge used to cut wood. Now, I could see me making a mistake like that. The thing is I don't write for the paper, you know? Like, this is an article. Shouldn't somebody pick that up? New court documents showed that after the alleged killing, he came to his home to shower in the garage pictured left. A witness says he was disheveled and covered in blood. Right, that didn't make you just immediately call the cops right at that second. 3 days after the killing, a fire broke out at the garage. Cops later found 2 knives. These they believe. Oh man, I'm not sure who's writing this stuff, but cops later found 2 knives, and then get rid of the word these. They believe are linked to the murder and fit the description of the murder weapon. Come on, Daily Mail, you can do a little bit better than that. Yeah, he was living in a tent, but he went here to shower. The garage. Well, look at this. The garage where Richard showered. It's supposed to say where. What's going on here? I've never, even for Daily Mail, I've never seen this many mistakes in one little article. That's incredible. Look at it. The garage where Richard showered after the alleged killing. It's, where, right? Pictured above, after a fire broke out, they're just 3 days. I don't even know if I can read this stuff because, it's so off. But remember, this is one of the Facebook profile that a lot of you guys found early on, and so that was really him. Maybe it was somebody from Spain who did the update, so they don't have a perfect grasp of English or something. But it wouldn't shock me at all if it wasn't, because a lot of times foreigners have a better grasp of the English language than we do. All right. Maybe this is from the NBC News right here. Let's see what they have to say.
A gruesome discovery on this Ames, Iowa golf course. College student and star athlete Celia Barquin killed. Her body found floating in a pond.
Officers did locate a body in the water, and she was subsequently identified as Celia. She had been stabbed in the upper torso, head, and neck.
She had been golfing alone
No, this
Monday
is the
morning when
original
police...
article. I just found another one that was more recent. Let's see. I have to check a different page here. Hold on a second. There it is. I think it was this one. Yeah, this is the website that had the audio that Ada sent. Let's see. When Collin Richards was interviewed the day Celia Barquin Arozamena was found stabbed to death on an Ames golf course, his hand was still bleeding, authorities said. The 22-year-old man, whom police described as homeless, told the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation agents he'd cut his hand days before, but an examination of Richards' injury, state investigators said it was consistent with one of two serrated marks found on Barquin Arozamena's body. Barquin, the 2018 Big 12 Women's Champion and Iowa State Female Athlete of the Year, was found dead on the morning of September 17th. Wasn't he was arrested on the 18th, right? The following day, isn't that correct? Because I want to know why that garage was burned down on the 20th. Yeah, I see Leo comment every once in a while. Yeah, but if you guys want to go back and get sort of inside information, go watch my interview with Leo Orem and the other videos we made on this case, like almost about a month ago now. Officers investigating September 20th a garage fire at a home where police said Richards showered after the slaying found 2 kitchen knives, one serrated with blades longer than 4 inches. The blaze, estimated to have caused $10,000 in damage, remains under investigation, the fire department said. Well, look at let me ask you this. See, he was arrested, I believe, on the 18th. All right. Hey, Ada, can somebody get me? It's the date, the 18th, right? Okay, 18th. All right. So, isn't it obvious that somebody set that fire? You know, police always say, "Oh, we don't believe in coincidences." Well, the odds of that little garage being burned down just 2 days after a murderer, somebody who murdered somebody, took a shower, left all of his, murder weapons in that same garage. The odds of it burning down just 2 days after he's arrested are 1 in 100 million. I mean, it's not. Oh, so you're saying there's a chance? Yes, because we're all dumb and dumber. Oh, hey. Thanks, Lena. It says from Mr. Garay. That's how somebody might say my name when they're angry. Hey, Garay. Yeah, of course. His knives were in the garage. You know, they probably were.
Hey, Gray zany face from Musgarai.
Yeah, the thing is the thank you. 2,000 views. I just think there's like no chance that the garage just sort of accidentally burnt down on the 20th. Just pure coincidence. There's no chance, because in the garage they actually found weapons he used. Oh, your ex's last name. All right. No chance. So somebody was trying to cover something up for him, or they were covering something up of their own because there might be some implications to themselves. To themselves. Yeah, we could probably find out whose house that is. I thought we actually looked up stuff like that at one point. Well, hold on. Let me see if that's the shelter. I doubt it, but no, that's not it. Yeah, I don't think I have that. I know that they stayed in the camp in this area. That's where Leo and other people stayed, right there. There's a shelter right here. They kind of, I think they kicked Collin Richards out of that. And I think there's an encampment right around in this area. And then there's this little bridge that goes over the creek right there. And then there you go. There's the tee box of the 9th hole. Yeah, I don't see a garage anywhere near. See, if you look at that article, it has to be to the left of it. See, it looks like that. Yeah, that's not the same one. I do want to find that, though. I think I probably could. The only problem is you'd almost have to, without knowing the address, like Leo might actually know where that is. But I'd have to go up and down all the streets. I'm sure I bet you anything well, it's going to be like in this area, but that's a lot of streets just to kind of drive up and down. I've done it before, though. I've done it before. Yeah, that's what I would think. Discerning light. I think that's what we were saying back then. Is that in the article, Valerie? I didn't get to read through the article that much. Just this part right here. Is that in the article? What do you mean? Why do you just type in the word evidence, Ada? What does that refer to? Yeah, but where did you get the address from is what I want to know. Okay, do you have the search warrants? Because I was looking for or Ada was looking for those. I didn't actually have time to look for them. Can you send me a message or something with the search warrants? I want to look at it. Like, send me an email to Gray, like right here. Yeah, send me an email to there. Yeah, so it's very close to the shelter right there. That's weird because just from the sky that didn't look the same. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely, that does look like the house, but this garage right here isn't here in this picture. It almost looks like, unless that's it way back there, which is weird because in this picture, like if you look at this picture, it looks like it's just right there, but it could just be way in the background and the perspective is forcing that view that we're seeing. Yeah. I'm going to say that that's it back there, way back here. Unless it was something that was built there. Let me it's interesting. When you look at that image, it looks like it's right next to the house, but it's actually far back like that. Thanks, Valerie. And yes, I did get a, I see the PayPal from Daniel Ghosh. Thank you. Oh, okay, a couple different people sent me the search warrants. I hadn't checked yet. Oh, awesome. Let me put this in the description, then we can all go over them if we feel like it at some point. I'm going to add it to the links. All right, so I just refreshed the streaming page, so the link should be in there. Now it's the very first one. Look at that, 317 Washington Avenue. That must have made that easy. You know, you had all those different links, and it was the very first one. Let me see if I can do a historical street view. So, www. Let's see. Well, let's see. Let me do Google Maps. No, that wasn't it. God dang it. Still had the other thing that I'd copied in there. Hold on a second. Yeah, maybe I got the wrong one there. Just a sec. 317 Washington Avenue. Doesn't look right at all. I'm not reading your comments, by the way, so I'm just going to figure this out on my own. I don't need all the, oh, it's over there, it's over there, look, 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 it's over there, look, 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 oh, great, I just look. Now, so that's got East Washington. 317 Washington Avenue. Man, Google Maps isn't as good. Oh, this isn't even the right, Boo, people. I see a comment. I see a comment. Okay, now I'm back to what I was doing. Okay, I know what the problem is. Had the wrong city in there, I think. Even though I didn't type that in, it just... 317 Washington. I guess there's so many Washington Avenues all over the place that it could be anywhere. Alright, here we go. So there's that street view, and then I think this is 2007 right here. Now you can see it back there, but it's just, can I just go right there? No. God. Alright, so now you can see it back there. But since they shot it low, you couldn't get a perspective on it, and it looked like it was right next to this house right there. So it's got a 2007, 2013, 2017. Yeah, they caught him and everything. They just had some updated information. We played the audio file earlier. I'll do it again. How about that? I'll play the audio for you. For any of you latecomers, you know.
Received a call from a male subject at Coldwater. They're concerned. They saw a female that was golfing on the course, and she's nowhere to be found any longer. They found her clubs and other property, her cell phone, and a ball cap at hole number 9. They don't know where she disappeared to. They're looking for a white female, blonde hair, in her 20s. Apparently she was on the ISU golf team. Someone thought that they were calling the coach. find out where she went.
I'm out on 9 fairway right now with golf staff. They said that her items were scattered here next to her bag. A lot of stuff laying on the ground, including her hat, rangefinder, and cell phone. Female was last seen wearing a red t-shirt and light-colored shorts. They weren't sure if they were white.
See, when you hear something like that, like her cell phone and rangefinder, you know, like a rangefinder is just one of those, it's a device you can look through and you put a target on the flag and it tells you exactly how far you are from the hole. So when you see that, you just think, God, look how innocent that whole thing was. She was just playing golf, you know, getting her yardage, and some monster barbarian, you know, absolute, you know, I won't even throw the word freak in there because there's good freaks like us, right? But he's a barbarian. And this is the kind of person that no matter what he says, should never get out of prison again. It shouldn't be one of these judges that goes, well, you know, I believe in rehabilitation. This is the kind of guy that if we could just hold hands and sing Kumbaya for a little bit, he just might pull himself out of it and be a productive member of society. How about this, Judge? When you let him out, let him stay at your house for a couple months, and if you deem him eligible to go out in society, go ahead and let him do so. Well, I don't think I should have to let him stay at my house. I just think he should stay at other people's homes and put them in danger. As long as it has nothing to do with me, he says in his mind. Yeah, that's right. Well, if you don't feel like you would keep him in your house after you let him out, then don't put him out in society, all right? Well, it's not my decision. It's up to some psychological mumbo-jumbo. Person who gives me a report that says we deem him ready to go. You know, like the guy that cut off the guy's head in Canada. Yeah, of course. Right. Yeah. You know, who are we to judge, huh? Who are we to judge somebody like this? We don't know the things he's gone through. That's what you always hear from morons in society, okay? Yeah, it'd be great. I'd love to be a judge. I would be one of the judges that get quoted often on the news, because I would look at him and just go, you know what, you're a barbarian, and if I have anything to say about it, you will never get out of prison your entire life. And then I would even say stuff like, you know, and if your case ever comes before me again to let you out, I will always say no matter what the report is from a psychologist. Yeah, that's what's so sad when you hear the part about the, hey, Jenny, you know, the rangefinder. Because, you know, I golf and I wear a watch by Garmin, and it tells you how far you're from the hole. It's pretty cool. Like, every time you just look at your watch, it says you're 132 yards to the center, 150 to the back, maybe 110 yards to the front of the green. So if it's a red flag, that means the flag is in the front of the green. You might hit it about 112, 115. If it's a white flag, maybe in the middle of the green, so maybe it was 130. What did I say, 120, 130? You know, then you pick different clubs based on that. So that's exactly what she was just doing. You know, had the little rangefinder out. She didn't have the watch. Rangefinders are more precise. They're like right on the money, although those watches are pretty good too. Yeah, the watch I have it's too fancy, right? I mean, all I care about is how far it is to the green, but it has a map on there. You can put a little pointer to a specific spot. Now, I guess that would be great if you were a pro, because you could hit the ball to an exact number. You know, I can get within 10 yards probably, but not Oh, is that 103 or 104? Okay, I'm going to switch over, you know. I'm not like that. I don't know what the homeowner's doing. I don't think it was burned for insurance purposes. There's no way anybody burned that garage for insurance purposes. And it wouldn't matter, you know, of course, if there was a fire, the person would collect money because it's insured. So that doesn't even mean anything to me whatsoever. What means something to me is that the same garage that 2 days prior was being somebody that killed a golfer was taking a shower in and also left 2 knives in there. And other items that were intentionally burned to hide. There's no chance that was accident. I mean, yes, there is a chance, 1 in a billion. Okay, I'm moving it up. What do you mean you think Chris figured the method out? Roommate hid something in there and didn't want to get caught up. And I don't know who you're talking. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like whoever helped him out probably burned it because there was something that might have implicated them. Now, was it an accidental implication? Like he was just helping him out and was like, oh my God, he was caught up in all of it? Or, you know, maybe a little bit more sinister relationship to it. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? There's only a couple reasons why it would be burned. I'm just saying there's no chance that it's an accident, literally. Alright. Well, that's basically all I was going to do on this one, was just update this case. Maybe later I'm going to come on and, you know, somebody, you know that Kira case where the girl named Kira missing from, let's see. All of a sudden I can't remember the name of the town. The Flora, right? The Flora case. This lady put 2 notes on 2 different videos of mine saying, remove the video about Kira. And I'm like, why? Who the hell are you anyways? I mean, really? Just remove it? Because you're saying to remove it? Give me a reason. Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't even give me a reason. Yeah, that's what morons think, that they're so, you know, give me a reason. Like, hey, listen, can you remove the video? La 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 la. I know something. Da 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 da. Yeah, I might do it then. But just to say, hey, remove the video with some lady. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it, Maddie. I'll go through the search warrants myself later. See if I can figure something out. I'm not going to keep going through it on this one. There's lots of witnesses, I'm sure. Yeah, well, I root for the Ducks and the Beavers. But, yeah, it was pretty cool because last year the Washington beat the Ducks by like 70-something to something. Right? I mean, it was an absolute blowout. So then they went on the road this year and won in overtime, I guess. I didn't watch it because I was golfing during the time yesterday. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they put it on 2 different videos too, right? So she had one video uploaded to YouTube, and I put on as a comment. I said, "Why?" Let me see if I can find it. Maybe she's replied. See if she gives me a reason. No. See, like right here, like right here. She said, remove the video of Kira. And I said, why? Please remove these videos of Kira. Why? Don't tell me to do something and not give an explanation. Wow. Isn't that crazy? So I don't know who this Nancy Charlesworth is, but you know, she's telling me to remove the videos of Kira. And I'll remove it if you give me a plausible reason why I should remove it. Other than that, it's going to stay up. Yeah, I have no clue what the hell that was about, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right, everybody, and let's see. I think I'm done for this live right here. I might come back on later to discuss some other cases and whatnot. But thank you to Randy B, Mandy, Linda, and I have to go back over to my email. My memory isn't as good as everybody else. And Daniel, or I think it's Daniel. Is that right? D-A, am I saying it right? Daniel? Because I'm not sure how Daniel or Danielle is spelled. So if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. Now, I'm not doing the flyby on this one. I do that in the evening. Yeah. Can you do the selfie one? What does that mean? Do the selfie one. Man, I get so confused sometimes. Can you do the selfie one in Panama? What does that mean? Okay, anyways, I'm going to get going. So that is the update. Just some audio and more descriptive information about what happened. We've got the burned out garage that really seems like somebody burned it that didn't want something found in the garage, since it was burned on the 20th and the Barbarian was arrested on the 18th. All right, so that's all I got for you. And look at that, I got the We Are Freaks gray shirt on, you know, hence my name, Gray, and We Are Freaks shirt on. So if you don't have one of those, make sure to get one. They're actually really comfortable. All right, everybody, till next time, be safe out there.